could have empty slots if the body so chooses. However, not everyone has said yes or no yet. So the only thing that I'm confirming is that we have 28. We have a grand total of possible 35, and we will seat 7 more delegates today. Yes, sir?
Can I make a motion?
Not at this time, not until we get the credentials report straight. So, is there any questions on the 28 that has been reported? Okay, hearing none, there's a consent of the 28 being seated as delegates. Those 28 names that have been read off, can you please come up here to the front and sit at these seats? If your name was not read off, I need you on this side of the room as guests. All right. Robbie, could you be so kind as to actually stand up and count? I want to know everybody that's a delegate. Now I understand that the name tag shows delegate and not delegate, correct? Yes, so the red dots mean delegate, Robbie, and if they do not have a red dot, they are not a delegate yet.
Understood.
So let's go ahead and start counting. I want to make sure that our numbers are correct. Stand by. I got you. Yes, ma'am. After we seat the 28, you'll be the first one I recognize.
I see 25.
One of them is in the back.
Okay, and the numbers should show.
Aren't you a delegate? Oh, you're not? They're not.
I'm a delegate.
27,
I'm a
28.
delegate.
So there's 28 here.
So we have 28. Okay. So we have 28 that's seated. We have 7 more that will be voted on. I will only hear the delegates to make the motion. According to the state plan of organization, only the delegates can make motions. Now, if there is a question from the guests, I don't mind answering them, but you, at this moment, are guests until elected for 7 more delegates. Yes, ma'am. As promised, you're the first I recognize.
Okay, the question was posed to me that if this is a continuation of the precinct meeting, then it shouldn't matter who was there on Thursday night. Everybody who's here should be.
I halfway agree with you because there are still 7 delegates that are remaining.
So then everybody who's here should be considered attending the precinct meeting.
We're continuing that now. Yes, ma'am.
We can vote.
There is a maximum number to every county. As I said earlier, dates. Nope. There will be order. Thank you, Robbie. Okay. So the 7 slots that is left obviously cannot make everyone a delegate. Okay? There's no way to do that. There was only one time in my knowledge of the Republican Party ever doing it, and it wasn't even in the state of North Carolina. It was in the state of Virginia during COVID at 2021. And so they allowed everyone to do that, to go to their satellite location, and their vote was down to 0.0001. Okay? So that's how they did that. At no time am I aware of ever going higher than the number in North Carolina. Any questions on that? I want to be respectful if there's any questions to be asked.
I do have another. I just want to understand, if this is now the precinct meeting, if all these people had been here Thursday night, they would have been at their little tables and they would have
Okay, when there's a bleed over, that's a good question. When there's a bleed over to the delegation, it bleeds over to the county, and the county's like one big bag of marbles. It's all put in one bag and it's voted on at large. So those 7 individuals are no longer allotted for specific precincts. They are now allotted for Person County at the county convention. So we are going to take the nominations and vote on them for the 7 that is outstanding. Once those are filled by the county convention, then we can move on to business. So no, this is not the precinct convention. This is the county convention where the marbles is put in a big bag. It's not differentiated between the districts and for the county, and so we will be voting on those 7. Yes, ma'am.
Am I allowed to make a motion to add to the 7?
There is no motions to be made until the credentials are understood by everybody. I want to make sure that we have any questions answered. We have a question in the back.
If this is the precinct meeting and you're the convention chair, shouldn't the chairman run this meeting?
This is not the precinct convention. This is the
Okay,
county
no, it's the
convention where we're
precinct
filling. Gentlemen will suspend. The question was, if this is a precinct convention, why isn't the precinct chair chairing the convention? That's a good question. The answer is this is not the precinct convention. This is a county convention where we're voting on the remaining 7 delegates that need to be seated. Because
But
this
you're
working out.
continuation.
The gentleman will suspend.
Continuation of the
The
precinct.
gentleman will suspend. The question was, and if there's a follow-up, I don't mind answering that, but we're not going to talk over each other. The question was, if this is a precinct convention, why isn't the precinct chair chairing the convention? Because this is the county convention, and not all the delegates have been seated. I have 7 left where I need to have them seated. There's an allotment of 35, and those are delegated by each precinct. Once it goes to the county convention, then it is done by the county convention in one big bag. I have 7 slots, and we will fill them today before we go forward. Is there any more inquiries today?
Point of information,
I have a point of information that I'm going to get to you. Yes, yes, sir.
just for clarity, there are 10 precincts in this county, so we have 11 precinct chairs.
11.
Well, we have one that's not organized, so you would have 11 precinct chairs.
That answers why we have some outstanding delegates to seat. Okay. All right, so now that we're at the county convention, is there any problems with the delegates being seated? Yeah, I apologize. Yes, ma'am, that's my fault. Yes, ma'am.
No worries. How long is the term for a delegate?
Only for this convention.
Oh,
The term for chair will be 2 years. The chair for vice chair, secretary, treasurer is 2 years. Every other committee will be appointed by the elected chair, whoever that may be. And so those delegates, they serve today only. And if elected to the state or district, then they will go and represent Person County at the district level. And if there's any questions with the district convention, the district chair is here and he can answer those questions. I will recognize the gentleman in the back there.
Who gets to nominate the 7 additional delegates?
Okay, so we have some delegates that has been nominated, that has been voted in at the precinct level. Okay, we're not done yet. There's 7 more. At this point in time, once we seat them, and I want to make sure that if there's any problems, we answer those questions. That's why I'm allowing this inquiry. Once they're seated, once I seat them, then they will vote on the next 7. So they are delegates, they have the power to vote. We will also vote, if the body wants to, another 35 as alternates. Those alternates will take over if there was no delegates that was here, such as if there was any of these delegates that was not here today, and I had voluntarily double check the numbers, right? I want to be thorough with what we're doing. So if anybody was not here, right, then the issue would be the alternates that was elected at the precinct level would now be automatically part of this list. To my knowledge, there is no alternates from any of the precincts. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, so we're going to seat 7 more delegates. Is there any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you said if there was anybody who had a problem with handling it like this, and I definitely do. The party put out that this is gonna be run by the county plan. And you're saying it's run by the state, which I appreciate your integrity in that. But there were people who self-nominated, for officer prior to the February 1st deadline by the county plan, who were told, you're not qualified by the county plan. And now we're here and we're operating by the state plan, and they would have.
Were you at the precinct?
Yes,
What precinct were you at?
Flat River. Like Mr. Bratcher, I understood that they were asking for delegates to the state, and I didn't want to be that, so I told them I didn't want to be a delegate. So, my red dot doesn't really count for that, but as a.
So wait a minute. I apologize. Let me back up. This is my problem. Let me understand. You said you did not want to be a delegate at the state.
Right, I understood that what they were choosing were delegates to go to the state convention.
Okay, so were you elected as a delegate at the precinct level?
No, I'm in the same boat
Okay,
as Mr. Brown.
so if you're not elected, and I want to apologize, but if you're not elected, there is no standing for there to be any problems with this. So, such as, let me give you an example. If I go to court and I say you wronged me, but I wasn't wronged, that somebody else was wrong, it's thrown out of court. There's nothing that can be done. So unless you were there and you wanted to be a delegate, you were elected and you're not on the sheet, that is what I want to fix right here, right now. I want to allow you to be a delegate if you were elected. If you were not elected, I do not have the power to seat you as a delegate. So who's the precinct chair of that precinct?
No, I can tell you.
Okay, so-
based on what you already told Mr. Bratcher.
The young lady will stop. Who was the precinct chair of that precinct?
Flat River.
Okay. Would you be so kind as to give us a statement on what happened?
Well, during the meeting,
Yeah, come on up. Thank you.
Don't forget to state your name.
my name is Laura Clayton, and during the meeting, we were discussing choosing delegates, those positions to become a delegate. And I believe that we said to all 3 further conventions, but, you know, I don't know the rules.
Okay, so the question is, was she elected as a delegate?
No.
No. Okay, by her own admission, she also confirms with you that she was not elected. We're moving on. Is there any other problems about these 28 delegates to be seated? Hearing none, I want to welcome the 28 delegates as voting members of the 2025 Person County Convention. Congratulations. Now, moving on. You 28 will vote on and nominate, starting out nominate, the other 7. We are going to finish up the precinct business.
I make a motion to hear nominations from the floor for anybody in this room that would like to be a delegate.
Yeah.
1, 2.
Okay, whoa, 1, stand up. Ma'am, stand up. You, stand up. You and you, stand up. You and you in the back, stand up. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that stand. Now, these 3 hands I've seen afterwards. However, I want to know their names. Give me your names and somebody write their names down. So, yes ma'am, we're going to start with you. Your name.
Grace Madison.
Grace Masson. Gentleman beside you. Gentleman with suspended. James Masson.
Slow down. Excuse me. Could you have them repeat, please? I'm writing them down, so I want to make sure I get it right.
Okay.
So I got Grace Matson and Jeremy.
Jim.
No, Jim Matson.
Jim Madison.
Okay, now there was a gentleman behind you that had his hand raised as well. I want to recognize that gentleman. Seeing none, we'll move it on then. Okay, so those 2 names has requested to be delegates at this county convention. Now, the first 7 I saw was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did not see your hand, sir. I did see there was her that was up. So I have the 3 plus the 6 is what I'm looking at. So we're going to vote on those names.
Point of order, sir.
Yes, sir. I recognize the gentleman.
If I understood you earlier, you said only seated delegates can nominate or vote at this convention. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay.
And that nomination came from Chris Weaver. And so he has asked if anybody wanted to be delegates to stand and rise to the occasion.
Okay.
That's why we're writing down the names, and you guys are going to vote who these delegates will be. Do we understand the process? Is there any questions?
I only have 2.
We have an inquiry. Yes, sir.
So the first 7 people who stand up or raise their hand are on the ballot to be voted
No,
on.
that is not correct. They are not on the ballot. I wanted to recognize the first 7 in order, and we're going in order on the list. I'm going to continue on with those individuals that have stand, and I'm going to sit them as I get their names. So we're going to the first 7, and then I'm going to ask if there's any more. We're going to continue on with the list. And these guys are going to vote who's on the list. He made a motion, if anybody wanted to be a delegate to stand, okay?
One more. Question, are we voting on each of these people individually?
We're going to figure that out. That's why I'm getting the names and know about it. We're going to figure that out. But I want to be transparent because I want you all to see who wants to be a delegate. So, the gentleman in the vest,
Jeremy Buchanan.
he will be the next name on the list. The gentleman behind him,
Stephen McFarland.
He's already on the list.
the young lady in the back right here on the second to the last row.
Sherry Woolman.
The 2 ladies in the back,
That's 8.
Colleen, no.
wait a minute.
You already delegate.
Do we want to vote?
If you're a delegate, come on up here. And do you have a red dot?
I don't.
She doesn't.
She does not. Then you're not a delegate.
She was there.
She was there, why are you, she wasn't voting for delegate.
I have a question.
Oh, young lady will suspend.
Okay, that's it, she's not, that's fine.
Okay, we're moving on. So we're looking at the 7. So we have those names now. Because if the body only had 7, then it would be an automatic thing. That's why I asked. But then there was other hands that was raised. So now we're going past 7. There must be an election. It's out of my hands. So the next is the young lady right here. Yes.
Sherry Woolman.
Okay. So you 2 gentlemen can sit down, please. Ma'am, you can sit down. The 2 ladies in the back, your names?
Colleen, no.
We have you.
We have you and Manette. You're on it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. She's on this list or this list?
No.
Okay.
These are the folks that are rising to the full 7 slots.
So she's on this list looking to be, oh, okay.
Yes.
I'm on board. Okay. We're gonna make sure we get this right. I got it. I'm old and blonde. Okay, and I even had to say that. So, do we have both young ladies back there?
Yes.
Okay. The gentleman right here.
Don Bradshaw. Bradshaw here. I've got a total of 9 so far that have risen.
2 of those are supposed to be alternates. Jim and
Get one more right here.
Wait a minute. When the convention order, we had a question, was there any alternates voted in at the precinct level? The answer was no. We're moving on with no alternates, seating 7 more delegates. So, this young lady, and then the gentleman there.
Which gentleman?
This young lady first. This young lady, give your name, please.
Donna Gardner. Point of order. If we have more than 7, if we just don't.
We're going to keep on going. We're going to be fair and transparent. If the whole room wants to be delegates, the delegation is going to vote on them, and the top 7 earners will be seated as delegates. So we have the young lady here, we have the gentleman here. State your name, please.
Stephen Garrett.
Garrett?
Garrett.
Garrett.
gentleman amongst what else? Okay, yes, sir.
Donald Long.
Okay, so here's how we're gonna work this. When I call out a name, I want that name to stand up. And you will be voting on that name by standing vote. Okay? If I pull out a whole bunch of paper, we will be here looking at delegates for the county convention. We won't get to the business. We're going to get to business today. So once I call the first name on that list, that individual is going to stand, and you guys are going to stand to say, yes, I want them voted, and if you don't vote for them, you stay seated. Is there any questions? Yes, sir.
Does it require a simple majority of delegates to approve it?
Once those top 7 have the top votes, they're in all 7 at once.
Question, in terms of voting on the individual, does it require a simple majority, 15 out of 28, to seat a new delegate?
Once you vote, I'm going to negate your vote, and I will tell you where I want you to go from there.
So we only get one vote?
You get one vote. We have a slate of these names, you get one vote.
Per person?
I'm sorry?
Per person or for the?
You get this is a slate that I have, okay? When you vote on that person, okay? The highest vote getter gets in. Once they're in, let's say 2 people are in and everybody else is a tie, then we're going to go through the rigmarole all over again until we have our 7 delegates.
Point of order.
Yes, ma'am.
A process of elimination.
Correct.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Does that mean we each get to vote 7 times?
No, it's going to be a rounded, okay, so you're going to vote for one person. Once you vote, I'm going to remove you from your seat and put you somewhere else. That way you're not voting again. The top vote getter of that list will be automatically put in as delegates. We're going to continue the process until we have all 7 seated. If I give out pieces of paper, we will be here all day. Now, to make this a little simpler, if there's a motion to be made to put us down the line, we'll take a motion, and then we'll do the second. I saw Chris Weaver's hand first, now I'm going to get to you.
We have exactly how many people?
11.
We have 11 to fill 7 seats.
Correct, that's correct.
Question.
If we had 7, I'd say
Does
take one.
that mean if we all vote for the first person, then none of us can vote again?
No, we'll just go round 2. We're going to go get the other 6.
By individual.
Yep, we're going to vote on every individual on that slate. Everybody will have an opportunity to be a delegate at this convention.
Okay, let's begin.
Yes, ma'am.
Question, would it be possible a standing vote is a yes vote, a seated vote is done instead of moving back and forth? Would that be less chaotic?
Well, the problem with that is how many times are you going to vote, right? So if we're voting on one slate and you vote more than once, unless we go into round 2, then that's an issue. Now, if the delegates would like to make this easy on the body and the chair, you can make a motion on those 7 out of the 11 and vote on them.
What?
Okay.
So we could motion,
You could choose a
we
slate.
could motion to say that.
I will be the only one speaking. If there's any questions, please ask me. Yes, ma'am.
If we motion that we want the first 7 as,
That can be done. That's why I had them stand in order, and that way you saw the energy of who wants to be delegate.
can I make a motion?
No. Yes, ma'am. Stand up. I'll let you in just a moment. Yes, ma'am. She had her hand up for it, so I apologize. Yes, ma'am.
Can we look at the list of 11 and select 7 for our motion? Or we have to vote for the first, the slate can only be the first 7?
You're the body. You tell me. I work for you. The only one that works for me is him. Now, you're the second one, and then there was a hand over here. Yes, ma'am.
Well, I wanted to make a motion, wanted to make sure it was appropriate time.
Point of information.
Point of information overrides the motion.
I'm not part of the body. Can you ask if maybe 4 of those 11 would consider rescinding their nomination, standing up?
That's up to the body. I'm going to stay very quiet. What is the pleasure?
I'd like to make a motion.
Hold on.
Can you repeat what
everyone to rescind their name to make it easier, it would be their choice, and who wants to do that? Obviously, nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to give up their seat, right? Their opportunity to delegate, right? Is there anybody? Then we go back to the motion. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You have the floor.
Yes, Kathy Lawrence, Flat River Precinct, I'd like to make a motion for the 7.
My apologies, stay by. Who is the convention secretary?
I am
You are. Okay, so you're keeping track of all this, right?
trying to.
I did. Coffee on me after. That's what I'm saying. Okay. So she's making a motion. First name, last name.
Okay. Yes, you know who I am.
I don't. First and last name.
Mary.
No. I want to know first and last. If you're okay. If you want to speak, I want to hear you. But I don't know you, so I want to hear your first and last name. And there is other people here that are here for the first time. So, yes, ma'am.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion for 7 delegates.
Your name?
As a slate. My name is Kathy Lawrence,
Okay.
Flat River Precinct.
Okay. We have a motion to take the first 7 and make them delegates. Is there a second?
That is not my motion.
My apologies.
My
I heard
motion
you
is
wrong.
by specified name
By specified name.
of the 11.
Of
7
the
of the
11.
11.
So we are selecting from those names to be on the slate. Okay. So is there a second? Which means she is asking that the majority of the party here will vote in the majority of each one, giving you a vote for each person. The top 7,
That's not what she's saying.
make me understand. I'm old and gray.
I'd like to make a motion for 7 specific names to be the slate of the 11.
Then I need to name the names.
Okay? The names would be Grace Matson, Jim Matson,
Slow down. Great. Okay, so we have Jim, Grace, second,
yes, Jim Matson, and then Andy Withers, Minette Van Goos,
stand by. Fifth name,
Minette Van Goos. Gosen. Yeah.
okay. So we have 4.
Yep.
This one is,
Grace Matson.
and the next one,
Jim Matson.
the third one,
Andy Withers.
fourth one.
Minette Van Gotham.
Give me the 5th name.
Donald Bradshaw.
Stand by. Confirm that.
Donald Bradshaw.
Give me the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give me the 6th name.
Colleen, no?
Colleen Nuff.
7th name.
7th name would be Stephen Garrett.
Now, Convention Secretary, would you be so kind as to confirm that all 7 of these names were on the original 11?
I see all except Andy Withers. I do not see.
Andy Withers, are you here? Was your hand raised? I didn't see you.
Honestly, I was not sure exactly what the first 7.
Okay, so we're going to, because he was not on the original 11, we have to strike his name. Pick another one for number 3. I need a name now.
Okay. Then I will pick Donald Long.
Is Donald Long on that list?
Yes.
Okay, so confirm his name.
Donald Long.
Okay, so I'm going to have the current chair read off the 7 names.
7 names for consideration. Grace Matson, James Matson, Minette Van Gotham, Donald Bradshaw, Colleen Nuff, Stephen Garrett, and Donald Long.
I confirm.
Okay, is there a second? We cannot move forward unless there's a second. I recognize the gentleman there. Name, first name, and last.
Paul Lynch, Southwest Precinct.
Okay? Any discussion on this from this body? I cannot recognize anyone else while there is a motion in play. So now we're in discussion. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. I understand you stood up for a point of inquiry. Before I take a vote, I will hear you. Yes, ma'am.
I was asked if I could make a substitute motion, but I'm assuming since I'm not doing that, I'm not.
Because you are not a seated delegate, you cannot make a motion. Yes, ma'am, my apologies. Okay, so we have a first, we have a second. I gave an opportunity for discussion. All those in favor of these names, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? We have one no vote. Okay, so all 7 of those names will now be seated as delegates. Please repeat the names.
Grace Mattson, James Mattson, Minette Van Gotham, Donald Bratcher, Colleen Nutt, Stephen Garrett, and Donald Vaughn. Please move to the delegate section.
Nope.
Nope.
Credentials Committee, I want them out there to have their tag properly tagged. I want to confirm that all 7 were tagged, and I want to see them. Matter of fact, Robbie, I'm going to have you go check and double check that they are who they are.
My apologies.
No, you're good, you're good. Nope, we're good. We're going to learn together. While we're doing that, let's do a 5-minute break. Bathroom, water, so on and so forth. 5 minutes. You're done. So we have 34.
He sounds like he has a Just don't interrupt him. Oh, no, I know. Like, oh my gosh. I'm getting a kick out of You know, it's inevitable. All getting bad.
Yes, everything's changing.
He probably took it first. Whenever I do stuff, I tell him, stop making the press. out, he gets all the. Stop acting like a Democrat.
Two minutes before we start.
Because they forced us to end our own PLO. All that changes. And there's discussion. Before we started. And he's like, oh yeah, no. This is delegates. Selection of the delegates. Then, electing the delegates.
1 minute before we start.